Welcome back, new and returning subscribers. We're going to get the collective energy, see what's going on in the collective. All of my messages are timeless. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Let's see. So this could play out from your perspective or someone else in your energy. All right, collective. Okay. I'm hearing wanting to feel spiritually up to something. All right. So either you're wanting to feel spiritually up to something, like you want to feel connected again. You know what I'm saying? Um, I feel like you're tired of being at war or spiritually at war with a certain frequency. Okay, the Page of Cups is telling me, you know, that's communication. Okay, so I feel like you're tired of being in communication with the same broken spirit. Okay, broken spirit, tried heart, or something like that. Um, it feels like you have spiritually attracted a lot of broken energy, collective people with childhood issues, people with that maybe have been abused, and so they may be very negative. Okay, it's hard to get someone to see something in a positive way if they've been jaded their whole life. Okay, and so I do feel like you're planning to start doing something again, collective. And this time around, whatever you're doing to get started or get things moving, I feel like you don't want to sing old sad love songs anymore. You know what I'm saying? I feel like love for you is progressive. And as far as like what resonates collectively, it feels like you don't resonate with a particular collective anymore. Maybe once upon a time you used to. Maybe once upon a time you were jaded. But once you forgive, once you let go of things, constantly having that type of jaded energy around you is draining, is exhausting, and it's annoying. So I feel like y'all could have that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could have the pity party. Y'all could sit around and do this together. Y'all belong to each other. You know what I'm saying? It's giving that energy like y'all people belong to each other. Y'all jaded energy belong to each other. I don't have the emotional, I got a resolution for that. Okay. I feel like we need a resolution. We got so much confusion. I feel like you are done giving this your attention. This struggle narrative. So it's like you're changing the four agreements, okay? Like you are adopting new perspectives and new ideologies, new ways of communication, new perspectives, philosophies, emotional triggers. I feel like you have mastered some emotional triggers as well. And so you're tired of waiting for other people to catch up to you or get on your level, okay? I feel like this is you. But it can be somebody else too that feels this way about you. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Ooh. All right, so it's not necessarily a person, but it feels like a date. You got a hot date coming up. I see this person wanting to take you out on a date, and they want to do all the driving. Okay, Okay, someone has some time off of work and they want to pick you up from your house, take you out, and move this connection forward. I do feel like this is someone that was once upon a time they were afraid to approach you, but they're not afraid anymore. Someone's going to reach out to you and tell you that when they're in your city or when they're in your area or your city, they are planning to take they want to go out with you. Okay, if you were used to kind of like going to this has to be someone that you know. Feels like you have a history of like either meeting this person at a hotel or going to a person's house. It looks like this person wants to take you outside the house, outside the hotel. I'm also seeing you at a community event. There's going to be someone at a community event that offers for you to ride with them. And that gets the conversation between you and them going again. Someone that you haven't seen in a while. You're about to see them really soon. There's travels here, there's travel plans. There's some type of reunion, wedding, event. And I feel like you weren't really up to it. It's like, I guess I can go to this event. I guess I can go to this party. But it's like spirit gets you out of your own way, and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna just be fair. I'm just gonna go. You're gonna reach some type of compromise with someone, and then you're gonna end up at an event. And while you're at that event, you're gonna be in communication with someone that you haven't communicated with in a really long time. Okay, this feels really specific. Okay, confirmation if you're not really feeling up to it. You're not really feeling up to it, but when you go, you're gonna be happy that you went. Okay. You need this experience. It's gonna give you like the boost that you need. 5 of Wands. Okay, it's gonna put you back into the race. It's gonna put you back on the top. Something's gonna is meant to put you back on top, put you back in the race, and it looks like it comes from you, especially if you are. This right here is what you don't see is you have a you have a creative blockage. And it's coming from some type of jaded energy. Like I'm sick and tired of the same old, same old. I'm sick and tired of all these options that are drawn to me. They just are immature. They have issues. They need a mommy. You tired of dealing with those types of connections. Um, there's a greater plan that you just don't see coming in. It's like you keep restarting when things get moving or there's some type of motion, you slow down that motion every time you get in this jaded energy. Every time you talk to a friend that's jaded, every time you connect with other jaded people, you create an energy blockage for yourself spiritually, because it's like the alignment that you have, those people, then those conflicting perspectives then cloud your energy, and it makes it hard for the right type of people to notice you, because it's almost like um I'm seeing, let's say you crack an egg, right, and you're stirring it and some of the yolk gets on you, okay, but you're like, but I'm not the one that has the issue, right? I'm not the one being cooked. I'm not the egg. I'm just the one handling it. I'm just the one stirring the yolk. I'm the one adding the seasoning. I'm the one doing the frying. You're cooking with these things, but then it's like the yolk may splash on your hand. You see what I'm saying? And but then someone's allergic to eggs or you know what I'm saying, like you. But it's like whatever you do to cook, whatever you do for work, someone's allergic to that shit. Or a certain type of vibe, it repels. Okay, it repels another person. And I feel like you do everything. You do spiritual cleansing, you wash your hands, you clock out, but the hard work of the day is still on you. So what you don't see is when you take these breaks, or you're guided to take these breaks, the less that you know, the easier it is to surprise you. You know what I'm saying? The less, it's like jaded energy, or like monitoring spirits that sit around and just wait to see what good is happening to you, collective. And I feel like you're not feeding the monster. You're not giving it any attention. But you are the highlight of their day. Like jaded energy sticks to you. Like you the shit. And they just can't help but stick to you. Because you make people feel good. So confirmation, if people come to you and they vent to you, or they tell you their problems, whether you ask for it or not, they just naturally, after talking to you, they're like, wow, that perspective makes me feel so much better. Or, that means that you are someone that is empathic, collective. And you make them feel good. You're that dopamine hit for today. You're the drug you are supplying. And so in some ways that may cause you to retreat. You know what I'm saying? Separate yourself, retreat. But what happens when you separate yourself and you retreat? That dims your light, or the right kind of people are unable to find you because you're like, you know what, I want to be protected. Okay. So it's like Spirit is saying, get out there. This is an opportunity for you to shake the energy up, get moving again. You throw the monitoring spirits off their track. They don't really know what you're up to. It's like a wild card. You know what I'm saying? No one knows what color you're about to pick. No one knows what you're about to do next. And this is gonna clear some type of illusion, or some type of blockage that's been on someone else's eyes. They're going to be able to perceive you differently again. There's something about here about perception. You see what I'm saying? When you are living your life, whatever fears is preventing someone from taking a leap, it gets the fire stoking. And it's because nothing is postponing you. You see what I'm saying? I feel like someone here is going to be eager to do something. They're going to be eager to do something because you're no longer postponed. Okay? Whatever plans that are happening behind the scenes to prevent this new beginning, those monitoring spirits are going to be disappointed. The jaded energy is going to be so disappointed because they're not going to see what's coming up ahead. They're going to lack foresight. And when you remove yourself, when you're spiritually removed out of the equation, it forces people to see like, oh shit, I'm the problem. I didn't plan for nothing. I'm not doing nothing with myself. I'm just complaining. I'm just sulking. Because as long as you're sitting at the table, everyone's complacent. As long as you're still coming to it's like we got time. They procrastinate. Mm-hmm. So those jaded energies no longer know what to expect. The truth is, it was always you. It was always you, babe. I don't know what this is, but someone here has been in competition with you. But you were that girl, you were that guy all along. You were always who the story was about. You were always the divine orchestration was always about you or this person. Depends on who you are watching this video. You're about to see things so clearly. It's crazy. You're about to see who the source of struggle has been. Yeah, I see a group of people being left with unfinished business with you. Influence. Yeah, so whoever you were influencing, if you're an influencer of any sort, um, content creator of any sort, or you're just someone in the community where people come to you, friends come to you, family come to you, they come to you for advice. They seek you out. Um, there was a group of people that were coming around you, hanging around you, wanting to befriend you, wanting to be a part of like a group. Um, at first, these feel like people that actually know you, or they feel like they got you figured out. You know what I'm saying? Which means the whole time they were around you, they were just trying to figure out who you are. And then once they got you figured out, they go back to their old ways. Okay. So once upon a time, y'all were all connected some way, somehow, whether you were the influencer or these were people that were influenced by you. They work the third party. You know how they say sometimes spirit will say there's a third party that's preventing something from moving forward. Sometimes the third party is a shady soul tribe. Sometimes a third party is a group of friends. Sometimes a third party is the place where you frequent, where you go often, the place where you work. Okay. So it's like to end the conflict, you made up your mind. I'm not helping this group. I'm not helping this soul tribe. I'm not solving problems. I'm disassociating myself with peers. I'm disassociating myself with certain groups of people. And it's fair because they didn't want you there anyway. Okay, this is for people that did not want you around. Every time you pop up on their feed, it's, oh my God. So they felt like they didn't need you. And so you gave them away. I set you free. I release you back into the universe. May all be well. Okay? Divine feminine energy. These people really believe that they were divine feminine energy. So when you treat Oshun like this, when you treat divine feminine energy like this, they walk, and when you walk away, that's the only time they start to learn. When you're standing there taking it, you lower your value. So I feel like you stop lowering your value. Can't change people that are jaded, that have a crab in a barrel mentality. That's everything is happening to them, not for them. Okay. So these were people that were pretending like they don't have anything wrong with them. Like, oh, I don't have anything wrong with me. And they hated that you could see behind their mask, behind their aesthetic, behind their persona. Hmm. Um, if even if this is a relationship, y'all, if you were in a relationship where someone always accuses you of exaggerating everything, and then they pretend like they're not doing anything to you, and you just know that you can't trust them, they always be having third parties, and this person is pretending like they're going to stop having third parties and they're going to do right. um I do feel like this person wants to come back home. They want you back if this is a romantic situation. So they'll kind of tell you whatever you need to hear, collective, or do whatever you need them to do for right now. And then once they have successfully connected back to you, then they'll go and pick up those third parties, the energies again. Okay. That's not for everybody, but that's for a specific. Um, I feel like this person is still jaded. Someone feels like they're being forced by the universe to compromise with you. Sidebar message. There's someone that feels like the universe is forcing them to make things right with you. Okay. They don't like how like their friends and their family member in the community is saying, damn, you fumbled that. Damn, you have a good one. Damn, how'd you manage that? Someone is vexed by that shit. It's like they feel like they're being forced to be a stand up and good person when the whole time they wanted to prove that you were the problem. This is someone that fumbles you quite often if this is romantic. How you're going to know who this person is, they're going to want to speed things on quickly. It's like, I don't want to wait. I don't want to earn it. I just want to jump right where we started. And I feel like this person's going to do that with you because your life is no longer delayed. This is someone that be trying to delay your life on purpose. And when you're moving on and like you're no longer repeating the conversations in your mind, you're no longer trying to figure out what you did wrong. You're no longer wondering why something happened or what was the reason. And you've accepted. Once you transition into this acceptance energy, that's when this person comes back around, like clockwork. Because your heart is open, like really open. Like you're about to be getting a lot of attention, got a lot of good business going for yourself. Very attractive. When you're in this magnetic energy, it brings this Decepticon. And they come to stand right in front of the door in between your past life and your future life. And it's like, maybe I am better off just trying to make it work with this person. You know what I'm saying? Maybe this is why nothing else is working for me. Maybe we're supposed to work together. Maybe I'm meant to be with this person. No, that's not what that is, but that's definitely, it's not going to work. This person isn't able to delay you anymore. You're going to like switch up in such a way where it's not superficial or surface level. It's skin deep. It's in you. Intuition. You love yourself. May the odds be ever in your favor. Okay, so there's these are people that miss the version of you that used to sacrifice yourself unnecessarily for the connection. And it's not just happening romantically. A lot of y'all is happening professionally. You know what I'm saying? Know what it is to come every single day to social media and have a vision, have a dream, work really hard to see it come into fruition. And the same people that sit on the other side of the screen and watch you literally, they don't like, they don't comment, they don't support, they don't donate, they don't do anything. They literally sit on the other side of the screen just to stare at you to see if you actually gonna make it or not. Which makes them a monitoring spirit, which makes them literally there to see what the odds are. They low-key hate you. And they don't, it's not even like misery wanting company. It's, I want to be you. I want to be in your shoes. My life would be easier if I had your life. These are the type of people that you have been attracting towards you romantically, platonic, professionally. Haters. Jaded energy. Now, before I feel like you used to emotionally react and be like this and this and complain, I feel like time away has allowed you to look back, right? Because if you are attracting people towards you collectively on a collective level that's jaded, that means a part of you is still playing it safe, because those people play safe and they resent themselves for playing life safely. So the more you play safe in your own life is the more you prevent anything else from magnetizing or being attracted towards you. And you may be like, oh, I'm not playing it safe. I put myself out there. I do X, Y, and Z. I go on dates. It's not a matter of doing. It's a matter of being. Being emotionally available, yes, puts you in a position where you can get hurt. But remaining open despite the negative that come along with it guarantees far more than the desire to be protected from every fucking thing. Because when you want to be protected from everything, you attract people that want to keep you down low with them. Imagine being surrounded by a whole bunch of people that want to be protected from everything. I don't want this to happen to me. I don't want that to happen to me. They could only see as far as the limits. This is an easy one. No one looks at this one. Imagine someone saying, this is why I dress the way I want people to see me. You know what I'm saying? Imagine someone that, knock on wood. It's like, I would never wear that. I would never wear that outfit because that's how people get raped, right? I would never put that on because that's how people, that's the message that you're giving to other people, that you're promiscuous or that. Someone, when they were younger, told them that if they wore something that was revealing, if they showed cleavage, if they walked around with their booty cheek showing, someone in their life when they were younger told them that that's how you end up that's how people perceive you, like a whole hoe, or that's how you end up getting raped because you attract it. Someone told them you attract what happens to you. The person that crossed your boundaries, you attracted that. The person that couldn't control themselves, you attracted it. The first thing that someone say to you is when something happened, oh, well, what did you do? What did you do for them to do that to you? So until your perspective becomes, it don't matter what I do, I can walk around naked. If the only people that are wrong are the ones that do something, that respond to the situation. They're the wrong ones. Until you believe that, you'll constantly attract people that is always trying to prevent another person from thinking something about them. Always trying to prevent people from perceiving them a certain type of way. The mask energy. It doesn't mean you have to want it. You know what I'm saying? That's just extreme examples. But it's like you're coming into an awareness that these expectations of roles, personas, images have been are projections of people that never did nothing with their life, and so they like when no one else do nothing with theirs because they feel like they are one and the same with you. So anytime you switch shit up extremely like that, it makes them feel like they're no longer one and the same with you, and then they talk about you and gossip about you. Oh, I could never talk like that. I could never walk like that. I could never dress like that. I could never look like that. If God wanted you to look like that and talk like that, God would have made you look like that and talk like that. If God wanted you to have that type of perspective, you would have it. But it looks like people have a problem with the fact that you believe that you are made in the image of God, and you can get you a new perspective. So people are mad that you are saying that you can get a new perspective. They don't believe that. Because if they start to believe that you can develop a new perspective, then you challenge their belief system that God told them to behave this way. Then that would make them a hypocrite, right? And then they start to think about all the fucked up shit they did to other people to validate themselves, and they just can't live with the idea that they're the fucked up person. So these are people that pretend to have the same desires like you. I want the same thing. I want to do this too. I want what my heart's desire. They don't want what their heart desires because they aren't willing to do what is necessary to have what it is that they want. They don't want to put in the work. I'm telling you, you attract a lot of karmic souls. A lot of fucking karmic souls. And it's like, well, what are you gonna bubble in on your Scantron? Can I see your answer first? What you gonna do over there? Who are you gonna pick? And then if you say, oh, I'm gonna pick or I'm picking my ex, or I'm picking a karmic relationship. Oh, I would never go back to my ex. I would never go back. Imagine so many people like connecting with you, venturing so far away from their relationships and their connections because they were trying to keep up with your life just for you to go back to an ex. I can almost guarantee you, if you went back to an ex, they would too. They'll say, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. They would. They would. But first they need you to tell them that they don't have a choice and that this is what God wants them to do. Because if you tell them that God wants them to be with this person, they will do it. And you just won't give them the satisfaction that to tell them that they're supposed to do this. Like, I want you to tell me that. Meanwhile, they don't even know you're the type of person that you would tell them to go and do it just for fuck's sakes. That's why they don't trust your ass. They want a soulmate. And they want the path of least resistance. But the way Oshun energy works, in order to receive the path of least resistance, it's going to take alignment. Okay, well, tell me what I need to do to be aligned. Look in the mirror. Why do you want that? Why do you believe you deserve that? Why do you feel like you should receive it even though you refuse to do the shadow work on yourself? You refuse to get rid of the jaded energy. And then when they get when they rush into a relationship, it's like, well, you told me I heard the Holy Spirit tell me it was my time, and then this person came along, and so I settled for that person. And when that person, people be lying, swearing that God told them that. I asked God to confirm it for me, and then this person showed up. No, you heard your ego. Because ain't no way with this mask energy, they be hearing the voice of the Holy Spirit and they be hearing their ego. And their ego be telling them get what they want by any means necessary. Just to say you in something. Just to say you in a relationship. And the first thing they say, oh, they got money or they got this or they got that. They want to know about their credentials. Let me tell y'all something, collective. Y'all gotta, when I tell you this is another level of loss, it's another level of broken, it's another level. Where do you even begin? These are the type of consciousness where they were raised on do as I say, not as I do. Or follow the leader. It's either one of the two extremes. Do as I say, not as I do. So they accustomed to being lied to, having a wool over their eyes, being deceived. That's one extreme. And then the other one is follow the leader where it's like, oh, I did what you did. Or they just sitting there like little puppies. I just see little puppies. Or you could work at a pet store. I don't know. I'm telling you, when you pop your shit and you do some wild shit, when you be bad, when you vivacious, when you make people realize that they got to go all the way back to ground zero. Ground zero. I ain't learned nothing. I got to go back to ground zero. The moon energy. Because they could never see them. You're at, it's like every time you keep, like a phoenix re-rising, you keep changing up on a person. They don't know how to keep up with you. They don't. And you're not meant to tell them because this is a one-way ticket to heaven. And you're leaving behind a collective consciousness of hell. But to think, it took those many contracted souls for you to see something about yourself. That is what Oshun energy is. I will bring you your heart's desires. But not only am I bringing you what you asked for, I want you to see yourself. And then ask yourself, do you still want it? And if you don't, this is your opportunity to break that generational curse, to work on that trauma. I love it. I feel like this is good. Let's get a closing message. I haven't used this deck in a minute, collective. Destiny. This is your destiny. Your destiny is calling. Impartiality. All right. We have, I think this is paint. Both pails are paint, but this is also giving me justice. Okay. And vanity. Told you. It feels like you had to get both lifestyles so you can choose and make it from an informed decision and not from looking at someone else's life and wanting it, not knowing what it entails. All right. Until next time, y'all.